Last week, I shared my 17 tips to waking up earlier, even as a night owl. This week, I'm going to walk you through my entire productive morning routine from start to finish, including everything I do for body, mind, and spirit. So if you're curious what a multiple six-figure entrepreneur might do to start her day on the right foot, here you go. Somewhere around 5:30 or 5:40, before my husband gets up, before his alarm goes off, I start to wake up. Now, my health requests that I move slowly in the morning, so I don't rush this. Sometimes I'll drift in and out. Other times I'll just lay there while Justin starts to wake up. Always by 6 a.m., I am usually somewhat grumpily moving on to the very first cue to start my morning routine. I go pee, which might sound like a weird thing to include, but I can't leave it out because it's been the best thing to trigger the start of my morning routine because I'm never gonna forget it. It also naturally leads me to the next steps in my morning routine because I head to the sink, which triggers me to then brush my teeth. My toothpaste is kind of a secret weapon to waking me up because it's made with peppermint and cinnamon. It opens up my sinuses and it just helps me get going. While brushing my teeth, if we have a vision board we're working with as a couple or I have any affirmations for myself, I actually spend that time doing some mindset and some visualization work around those things. Then I apply 2 oils first thing every morning. One is my thyroid blend, which I apply with my thyroid affirmations. I got these from Louise Hay. The second is my magic blend. It's for releasing old patterns, blocks, and energy leeches. It's especially good for highly sensitive people and energetic boundaries. I've been using it for a few years now, and it's a noticeable difference if I miss a few days. I then start up the bathroom diffuser with my favorite morning oils, so it fills the bathroom for later. My wake up song has usually gone off by now, so I'm shutting that thing up. And then I move on to my next batch of routines in my productive morning routine. This batch is a pretty quick one. I head back to the bedroom, opening the blinds on the way, making the bed so I'll be less tempted to crawl back into it. I grab last night's water glass, let the dogs out of their bat caves, and head to the kitchen, letting them outside along the way. From here, it's usually about 6:05, maybe 6:10 at the latest. I start the water for green tea. I recently scalded my great granny's copper teapot and I haven't decided whether I'm gonna replace it, so I'm just doing this old school for right now. While it's boiling, I have just enough time to empty the dishwasher, fill the living room and office diffusers. I'll have a video next week on what I diffuse in the morning. Then I finish making my tea and I chat with my hunky hubby before he heads to the gym at 6:20 on the dot. After I say goodbye to him, I fill up my first glass of water for the day. I shoot to drink 2.5 of these a day, so getting it filled up first thing and then heading to my office to drop it off on my desk helps a lot. Then I kick the dogs out of my office and I sit to meditate. I'm working on a 365 meditation streak of at least 10 minutes a day. Usually it's a little longer, but I focus on 10 minutes so my mind doesn't tell me that I don't have time. After meditation is my physical therapy, which right now consists of laying on the floor on a neck roll. I don't really need to worry about falling asleep here since this is not exactly comfortable for that long. I'm usually here for between 10 and 15 minutes. This is also the first time I touch my phone because if I don't listen to something, I will go crazy staring at the ceiling. My goal though is to pick something within 30 seconds and put my phone back down before I get distracted by it. So I usually listen to something for mindset or spirit. So this might be some Muji or Louise Hay. I have a few favorite Abraham Hicks recordings that I like. Sometimes it's binaural beats or isochronic tones geared towards waking up. I actually have a playlist I work from that I'll link below, and I just add more to it depending on my mood and what I find. I'm usually wrapping this up around 6:50, and if the weather's good and my body's up for it, I'll get my shoes on and I walk one of the dogs for 20 to 30 minutes. When I get back, it's usually around 7:30, so I get right into the shower, which you do not get to see. But as soon as I'm out and dressed, I reapply my earlier oils and anything else I'm using at that time. And then I start getting my hair and my makeup done. And always while I'm doing this, I have an audiobook on. Audiobooks aren't actually my favorite. I learn better when I can see what I'm reading. But if I get to choose between retaining 25% of it and not reading anything at all, I will go with good enough. Because I'm kind of a minimalist and I've also missed all of the girl lessons growing up, it's usually only between 8 and 8:15 by the time I'm done. At this point, it's back to the kitchen to grab my breakfast. I am not a big morning eater, but I also can't skip breakfast. So being awake for a couple hours at this point has really been working out for me. We've also been on a batch cooking kick lately, and that has saved me so much time and decision fatigue. I highly recommend it. While I'm eating, I take my morning vitamins. These include daily vitamin, a cellular complex, which is really great for energy and mental clarity, a fish oil, a joint complex, a digestive enzyme, and probiotics. I repeat a lot of these at night with an added supplement for hormones. It seems like a lot, but it's helped me manage pain and stay off meds despite my health issues, so I am totally down with it. I fight with all my willpower to stay off social while I'm eating. So again, I'm usually listening to an audiobook while I eat and I clean up. And this has really forced me to slow down and do less business-related multitasking in the morning, which has just been really nice to have this extra time to relax or think or process. Sometimes I'll even turn everything off and just sit in silence. And then I head to my home office. Usually this is around 8:30, maybe 8:40. I spend about 3 to 5 minutes doing a mindset practice that really gets me in the right frame of mind for the day. And then I'm getting down to work. And that's it. That is my productive morning routine. It's not everyone's routine, but it is my carefully crafted one that allows me to meet my needs, body, mind, and spirit, and start my day off on the right foot so that when I get started for work, I feel great, I am focused, I feel clear, and I am ready to have an amazing day. This video was also a totally new format for me, so be gentle with me in the comments, but it was a lot of fun. So if you want to see more behind the scenes like this, let me know what you would love to see more of. Also, be sure to check out last week's video on how to wake up early, even as a night owl. I share my 17 tips that helped me go from waking up at 10, sometimes even 11 o'clock in the morning, to now waking up before 6 without that much trouble. I'd love to know which part of this morning routine stood out to you the most, or what you also do in your morning. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you are a woman who prefers to crush her goals, not her soul, be sure to also subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with other women who believe that success should not come at the expense of self-care. Thank you for watching. Fist bump if you made it to the end. I'll see you in the next one.